Good morning, Maureen. We're sitting here in your school, St. Dymphnas, of which you are principal, and I've been working with you over some years with your students here of all ages and all different abilities. And I just would like you to tell me, how important do you think, first of all, music is as part of your students' curriculum?
I think particularly for our children, music is really, really important for them, because we have some children that their speech might not be very good, or they may not enjoy speaking in lessons, but when it comes to music, they are so enthusiastic, they join in. I've noticed a massive difference in the children since you started coming here to the school, because I think in the past we would do songs with the children, but we didn't really have the expertise to do anything else with them. And now, like you can see today, they all want to join in, they all want to be part of it, no matter what their ability. They're full of enthusiasm, really, for music.
Oh, well, I'm delighted you think that. That's great. And do you think that the way I am carrying out these workshops is the correct way to do it for these particular groups? And is it curriculum-based enough for what you're expected to do in your remit for the Department of Education?
Oh, definitely. I mean, to be honest, it's absolutely perfect. And I think the thing that comes across first, Mary, and I hope I don't embarrass you by saying this, is that it's your love of music, and you're so enthusiastic about it. And then when you're actually talking to the children, or you're teaching a piece of music, that is all there in it. You can see your love of music, and you're really passing that on to the children. And for the music curriculum now, we do a lot on different composers, and you are making, I suppose, that music accessible for our children, and in a way that excites them and really interests them. And the way that you just enjoy the lessons with them, and that joy comes out in the children. And I think it comes back in their response to you as well, because they do say to me, it's Mary coming in, and it's Mary coming in, and they're all Mary with the music. And different abilities as well, because no matter what their ability, you get them to contribute to the lesson, and you build on their ideas. And a great thing is that you accept whatever they say to them, and you build on what they say to you. To be honest, I couldn't praise it enough. I think it's absolutely fantastic for them. And I see a big difference in the children, and the parents see a big difference in the children. I mean, the number of parents that came to us after the last concert we had at the Ballina Arts Centre was just amazing. And they couldn't believe what the children could do, but they couldn't believe just how enthusiastic they were. Because I know when they go home tonight, they'll be talking about what Mary did with us, and Mary did on the drums, and it's wonderful to see. It really is, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Maureen. And tell me, do you think that it's flowing into other aspects of their lives by being involved in playing together and learning maybe about composers that they might not have heard about before? How do you think it spills into the rest of their education or their lives?
Yeah, I think it does, because they will be telling the rest of the children in the school about the performance today and about what they've learned. And the great thing was joining in with other secondary schools as well in the area. And joining in that we weren't just being, we weren't there as a token thing, because sometimes that can happen, I think, with children with special needs. They can feel that they're just there as the token group. But I feel that they were really actively involved, and they felt part of it. I mean, the way that they talked to the children from the other secondary schools and were involved with the other secondary school children was just amazing. And it's a confidence thing. I mean, if you think about what the children were like when they did their first lesson with you, and you see some of them now, the confidence to speak up, all of that now is just so important.
And do you think that familiarity is extremely important to them, meeting the same person and learning how they approach them?
Oh, definitely. I think that's definitely important. And also that you're interested in them. And I think that comes across, that you're actually interested in them, and they feel comfortable to be able to talk to you. And they felt comfortable today, the ones that didn't want to get involved, to actually sit down. They didn't feel pressured to take part. You know, they were invited to take part, but they didn't feel under any pressure to take part.
Oh, well, that's great. And of course, it's very important that people do music voluntarily, I suppose, rather than being forced to do it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Just finally, Maureen, can I ask you, please, from the point of view of bringing this group to Dublin for one of the performances, we're very pleased that you've decided to do this. I presume that this is going to be logistically quite difficult, but I presume you think it's really worthwhile.
I think it's worthwhile because they're so excited about going to Dublin, and I suppose it is for us because some of the children's needs and medical needs as well, travelling now and travelling that distance for them. But the great thing is that it's a really good time, so that they're not having to be here early in the morning, and that they will be back in time in the evening. And I'm hoping some of the parents will come along as well, and that they will be able to actually be at the performance then later on. So I'm hoping that they will come on board. But I have to say now, the parents are so enthusiastic. They really are enthusiastic about the music. And it's spilled over into our own music in school now, because when we do like a Christmas concert or a mass, we actually do a percussion piece with the children. We're doing Sing by Ed Sheeran at the moment, and we did that in the summer. But, you know, they're more interested in being involved. We've bought more instruments and everything, and the drums, and I suppose we do a sensory program now for music as well. We have somebody that comes in for that. So it's really, I suppose, all the children in the school have been impacted by this. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Maureen. And I'd like to say it is a pleasure working with yourself and the school, especially because of your keenness and enthusiasm in joining in projects that we suggest to you and allowing us to integrate special needs groups into our main body of work. Thank you, Maureen.
You're welcome, Mary.